welcome to Democracy in the District, and today we'll be looking at this final topic for the term. Thank you so much for making it all the way till the end, and let's kick it right in. We start with a brief flashback where we say that the last 3 units were connected together, they were related, where we looked at gender, man and woman, then equality, how they can live fairly. And now here number 3 is how they can do everything they want to do in a fairly orderly manner. What is democracy? Now that is something that is so simple in simple terms, but wide in a wider sense. Democracy means being free to do something, and some of these things include choosing how you want to live, choosing the people who should lead you, and the things you actually want to do in your basic life, the rules and laws that apply or shouldn't apply to your life. And then we are going to see that in this kind of choices we make, it involves a variety of people, not just us ourselves, but actually a variety of people. Where do we practice this democracy? We can practice it at home, at school, the district level, which we're going to be looking at in detail, because our grade 4 touches on the details of the district. So we can see that in these examples which I've given, which you should pause and go through, there's a collective decision from all people and all persons that come up as a representative. How do we practice democracy now at the district level? Well, we look at people above 18 years old being voted for leadership, or actually voting for others who want to become leaders. Then, as we know, a leader has full power to do some kind of things, but he is not, or they are not, above the law. They have powers to run affairs and make sure that the offices they are in are doing the best, or they are doing the right thing that the office demands from them. People have equal opportunity on deciding how affairs are run. That is our number 3. So that means that people who choose these leaders can either choose to continue having them or have them replaced. Number 4, which is more of a democracy thing, this is where we choose who wins and who loses. And when the two meet together, they still are able to work hand in hand. Number 5 goes with the number 4 I've just explained. Majority and minority will work together with respect and humility. If today we were trying to choose a class captain and person A won and person B didn't go through, although most people thought he would be going through, then the person B is going to have to work hand in hand with person A for the betterment of the class. So in summary, democracy requires that the majority of people have the same idea. It requires that all people are respected despite the differences in people, but that means you have to listen to all sides, the winning side and the losing side. If you are the leader, then you have to look through the 2 different angles, or to listen to the 2 sides, those who are on the winning side and those who are on the losing side, and try to bring a balance. Number 3 is the rule of law, where we say that everybody is under the law. We do things according to law. We don't do things according to love, friendship, business, partnership. No. How the law requires it to be done. Okay, if let's say we have a minister coming from P4A, he has a fellow minister friend in P4C, so when they are meeting and they are getting in a queue to get on the plane, you don't say, minister first come, when there are some people in front of him. So we go through the whole queue and then we accord the same service to the same people. Now the power belongs to the people. Like we say that you are removed from office if you perform poorly, or you are given another mandate to be in the office if people actually like you. Equality of people, all people are equal before the law and for the services that they are looking for. People express themselves freely. Yeah, democracy demands that if people are able to do everything they want, even speaking is inclusive. If they don't like something, they should be able to come up and say, so and so did something so bad to me, so I think either he needs to correct it, or to actually ask for a pardon, or to give an apology for where they have gone wrong. Then also regular, free and fair elections. They didn't say one-time election, no, regular. So once you are a leader and you want to exercise democracy, then it means after some time you should go back to the same people who chose you and ask them if they want a change, or if they want you to still be in the office. So I think this one speaks more of our leaders of tomorrow, even the current leaders that we have. Did you know that our president had to ask for 4 million signatures of Rwandans for him to be the president up to this time? Yeah, he had decided that in 2017 he was not coming back unless the Rwandans signed that they felt he was the man to be president. And so the ministers and the senators gathered people and made a campaign for this. Then they asked people, if you know you like our current president, please sign on the petition. There was a paper that was passing through. I remember I signed on it, allowing the president to come back for another term. And that is how we have our president leading us again. He has done a tremendous job, and people felt like he deserved it. He didn't choose it. We chose it for him. Said, no, come back. We know your time to become president is over, but please step in again and lead us for some more years to come. And there he is. Now, we want to look at the importances of democracy. Is it useful? Is it useless? Should we scrap out and say democracy is not important? Well, I don't know. To me, I have my own opinion, so I'll leave your opinion with you to think about it as a student and as a leader who is growing up to experience all these things. One, we say that democracy is useful because it helps us to choose or to refuse leaders. We say that democracy will help the people who are on the job to be able to work hard, because they know that if they don't work hard, they will be sent home. We know that the two sides that are not working together that are working together, the winners and the losers, the majority are the ones who choose the thing most. Minority are the ones who are choosing other options than the one that the many people are choosing. Those are the ones we call the minority. When you're in the minority group, it means you are the few people choosing option B or other options. And then when you are the majority, it means so many people are choosing the same thing, the same idea. So it comes up that those who win, the majority, might not want to work with the minority. And in this case, we're saying if it is about democracy, the majority can take time and listen to the minority, because sometimes they might be having a point in whatever they are saying. And when they work together, it brings us to number 4, where we have peace, because the majority is not only considering their own ideas, because after all, they are the many people, but they also go back to the minority and borrow some ideas which they integrate in their many ideas, and they make a peaceful leadership or nation or society. So how can we promote this? Promoting means how can we help people to understand about democracy? In schools, we can only put it on the board. We can only help learners to practice leadership skills and help their fellow members to respect them. If I am a class leader today and the teacher rotates class leaders every week, so I need to make sure that I respect my friend while he is a leader, because when I am a leader, when my turn to become a leader comes, the other friend that I was disrespecting might also give me a hard time in my time of leadership. So there, it helps us to practice that kind of democracy and advantages, living in peace, working together, and being free to say in times when we need to. Number 3, working together for development. We have just said that when we're working together, we help ideas to move ahead, and when we bring so many ideas, it helps systems to work. And that way, if let's say for example we are in the class, we understand that when we work together, we become very disciplined, we listen to our leaders, we do the right things on time and for the right purposes, then we can never fail to achieve what we're working towards. But what can the leaders do at the district level? Because when it comes at the district level, we are looking at those people who are already in the offices. What can they do? They need to educate other people below the district level, like in the Umarenje, the sector level, Umudugudo at the village level, the Sel, Akagari, all those people need to get sensitized on what they need actually to do in order for them to keep receiving good leadership. Remember, we said that the leadership belongs to the people. If they like you, you stay. If they don't like you, they kick you out. Number 2, people should be able to vote or be voted for if they want to become a leader. If, for example, you have become a bad leader and we need to remove you, another person, even among those people who was chasing you away, should be able to come up and say, so and so, Mr. Jerome is not doing his work so well, and I, Mr. Kambuga, I can become a good leader. So please, I think we should walk to him and tell him that after his time in office is over, Mr. Kambuga is going to come with more power and vigor to lead us to the promised land. Number 3, those who lose the vote should accept and live in peace. Leaders are supposed to be there to sensitize or to educate people that even when you lose, it's not the end of your life. it's not, you should not hide your ideas just because you lost, because you will still be part of the society. Your ideas might help us somewhere. So instead, you join the winners and help them to make sure that they give the best, just like you would have given the best if you became the leader. Number 4, leaders should accept people's views in order to lead better, even if those people are not on the winning side. The power belongs to the people. If they want you, you stay. If they don't want you, you go. So that is why you have seen the president sometimes has these discussions with the people deep down in the village. He tells them that on this particular day, I will come down to your area. We will meet at the stadium. There are so many stadiums around the country. We will meet there, and I need to speak to the people from their homes. They come, we meet, and they tell me what problems they're having. What are some of the things that those leaders are actually not doing? And when he finds out those things, even the leaders are there, and then he asks them, okay, tell me, this person is complaining about this and this problem. What have you done? Because your job is to make sure that he doesn't complain, and now he's complaining. What have you done? And in that way, we see that if the president can take time to listen to the views of the people down at the home level, how about you who is becoming a district leader, a Mudugudu leader, a sector leader? How about you? And listening to the people's ideas is such a wonderful thing to show there is democracy. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for taking this journey. Thank you so much for staying home, staying safe, and being lovely, lovely students to the end. I have had a fantastic year despite the coronavirus, but thank you for being patient and persevering up to this last point. One last bit. I'm going to send you some questions that you are supposed to go through. Try to get the answers for the exam, because the exam is also coming very, very soon. So I'll give you some revision material from where I am actually going to pick the questions you are going to meet in the exam. The questions might have some Cambridge flavor in them, but you surely will have to be able to work on them as soon as you see them. God bless you so much. Have a wonderful holidays. Until we meet again, bye-bye.